Okay, so the Kardashians are getting me emotional today, and I wasn't expecting that. Chicago West just turned 8 years old on January 15, 2026, and both Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner posted the most beautiful heartfelt tributes with never-before-seen photos that have fans in their feelings. Like, where did the time go? How is Chicago already 8? It feels like yesterday she was born. So let me break down all the birthday love Chicago got. The throwback photos that have everyone crying. What Kim and Kris said in their tributes. The extravagant Care Bear-themed party. And why Chicago is already being called Kim's mini-me. Because this isn't just another celebrity kid birthday. This is a Kardashian production, and it's wholesome as hell. Let's start with Kim's tribute because she went all out. On January 14th, she posted a massive carousel of 20 photos to Instagram. 20. That's dedication. The photos span Chicago's entire 8 years. Baby Chicago in her first days. Toddler Chicago learning to walk. Little Chicago with her siblings. Recent photos of 8-year-old Chicago looking all grown up. It's a complete visual timeline of her life. And Kim captioned it with the most mom thing ever. She wrote, "Happy birthday to my sweet baby girl Chicago. 8 years old is just so big. Where did the time go? You bring so many laughs and cartwheels into our world. I love you so much, my special Chi-Chi." Can we talk about that caption for a second? Where did the time go? Every parent says this. Every single one. It doesn't matter if you're Kim Kardashian with hundreds of millions of dollars or a regular person working 9 to 5. Time moves too fast when you're raising kids. One day they're newborns. The next day they're 8 and doing cartwheels. Kim calling Chicago her special Chi-Chi is so sweet. Chi-Chi is Chicago's family nickname. And the fact that Kim still calls her baby girl even though she's 8. That's so relatable. Your kids will always be your babies no matter how old they get. The photos Kim shared are gorgeous. Some are professional photoshoot quality. Others are casual phone snapshots. There are photos of Chicago with her mom. With her siblings North Saint and Psalm. With cousins. With the whole family. Chicago has always been one of the most photographed Kardashian kids. But seeing all these moments compiled together really shows how much she's grown. And fans were emotional in the comments. Thousands of people saying she's so big now. Time flies. She looks just like Kim. Happy birthday, Chi-Chi. But Kim wasn't the only one getting sentimental. Kris Jenner, the momager, the matriarch, the grandmother to 13 grandkids, also posted her own tribute. And hers might have been even more emotional. Kris shared a collection of photos including some stunning never-before-seen baby pictures of Chicago. Classic black and white shots of tiny Chicago. Photos of Chicago with Kris. Photos of Chicago with her great-grandmother Mary Jo M.J. Campbell. Multi-generational family moments that really show how tight-knit this family is despite all the chaos and drama. Kris's caption was long and heartfelt. She wrote, "Happy birthday to our precious Chi-Chi, I can't believe you are 8 today. Time flies so fast. You bring such joy, warmth and love into our lives, and it's impossible not to smile when you're around. You remind me so much of your mommy when she was your age. You are kind, funny, thoughtful, caring, full of love and the smartest little girl. I'm endlessly proud of the bright, creative and amazing little lady you're becoming. You are an incredible granddaughter, daughter, sister, cousin and friend, and I love you endlessly, my sweet angel. Happy birthday, Chicago. Love EXO." Okay, that's a lot. But it's so Kris. She always writes these long emotional captions for her grandkids. And calling Chicago her sweet angel. Saying she reminds her of Kim at that age. That's heavy. Because Kris raised Kim. She watched Kim grow up in the spotlight. And now she's watching Kim's daughter grow up in an even bigger spotlight. It's full circle. And the fact that Kris says Chicago is kind, funny, thoughtful, caring. Those are the qualities that matter. Not just that she's pretty or stylish, but that she's a good person. A good kid. That's what grandmas care about. The photos Kris posted are stunning. There's one of Chicago as a tiny baby that fans are obsessing over. She was so small. So perfect. There's another photo of Chicago with Kim, and you can see exactly what Kris means about Chicago, reminding her of young Kim. They have the same face. The same eyes. The same smile. Chicago really is Kim's mini-me. There are also photos of Chicago with her cousins Stormi and True. The next generation of Kardashian Jenner kids. And they're all growing up together just like their moms did. Now let's talk about the birthday party, because this is the Kardashians. They don't do small. Chicago's party had a Care Bear theme. For those who don't know, Care Bears are those colorful cartoon bears from the 80s that have made a huge comeback. And Chicago loves them. So Kim went all out. There was a life-size Care Bear greeting guests. Care Bear decorations everywhere. Care Bear-themed food. Care Bear party favors including iron-on patches and keychains and plushies. The whole thing looked like a Care Bear fever dream. And the kids probably loved it. Kim posted photos and videos from the party. You can see kids running around playing games. There's a huge bounce house. Face painting. Arts and crafts stations. Everything you'd want at a kid's birthday party times 10. Because when you're a Kardashian, you have the budget to make childhood dreams come true. And honestly, good for them. Yes, it's excessive. Yes, most people can't afford parties like this. But if you have the money and you want to spoil your kid on their birthday, why not? Chicago will remember this party forever. Other family members commented on Kim's post to wish Chicago happy birthday. Rob Kardashian, Kim's brother, who's usually pretty private, commented happy birthday Chi, all caps. Uncle Rob showing love. Kris Jenner obviously commented with birthday cake emojis and happy birthday my little cutie pie. Even Lindsay Lohan commented saying beautiful mother and family. Which is random but sweet. Celebrities supporting celebrities. And Kim's close friends like Allison Statter commented I love you so much gorgeous Chi Chi with heart emojis. The whole post was a love fest. Now let's talk about who Chicago West actually is, because if you don't follow the Kardashians closely you might not know much about her. Chicago was born on January 15, 2018 via surrogate. Kim had complications with her first two pregnancies, North and Saint, so she used a surrogate for Chicago and later for Psalm. Chicago is Kim and Kanye West's third child. And even though Kim and Kanye are divorced, they co-parent their 4 kids. Kanye hasn't posted publicly about Chicago's birthday that we've seen. But he's been pretty quiet on social media in general lately. Hopefully he celebrated with her privately. Chicago's personality, from what we see on the Kardashians and social media, is that she's sweet and fun and full of energy. Kim often says Chicago is her silly one. She's always making people laugh. Always doing cartwheels and dancing. She's got that natural charisma that runs in the family. And she's already very aware of the camera. She knows how to pose. How to work angles. She's been doing it since birth. Which makes sense. She's a Kardashian. Performing for cameras is literally in her DNA. Chicago is also incredibly close with her big sister North. North is 11 now and very protective of her younger siblings. You'll often see photos and videos of North and Chicago together. Playing. Doing TikToks. Being silly. That sibling bond is really sweet. And Chicago adores her little brother Psalm, who's 5. The 4 West kids, North, Saint, Chicago and Psalm, are a tight unit. And despite everything going on with their parents' divorce, they seem happy and loved and adjusted. One thing people always comment on is how much Chicago looks like Kim. It's uncanny. She has Kim's face, Kim's eyes, Kim's smile. When Kris says Chicago reminds her of young Kim, she's not exaggerating. If you look at photos of Kim as a child and photos of Chicago, they could be the same person. It's genetics doing its thing. And Chicago is already developing Kim's sense of style. She wears cute outfits, knows how to accessorize, has her hair and nails done. At 8 years old. Which again might seem excessive to some people. But that's the world she's growing up in. Fashion and beauty are the family business. Chicago is also growing up with immense privilege. Private schools, designer clothes, luxury vacations, access to anything she could ever want. And that's a double-edged sword. On one hand, she'll never struggle financially. She'll have every opportunity. On the other hand, she's growing up in a fishbowl. Millions of people watch her life unfold. She can't have a normal childhood. Every birthday, every outfit, every moment is documented and shared online. That's a lot of pressure for a kid. But the Kardashians have always said they try to give their kids as much normalcy as possible despite the circumstances. And based on what we see, Chicago seems like a happy, well-adjusted kid. Looking at the comments on Kim and Kris's posts, fans are overwhelmingly positive. Thousands of people wishing Chicago happy birthday. Saying she's beautiful. Saying time flies. Lots of crying emojis. People getting emotional about a celebrity kid they've watched grow up online. And that's the parasocial relationship people have with the Kardashians. We feel like we know them. Like we're part of their extended family. So when Chicago turns 8, it feels personal. We remember when Kim announced her pregnancy. When Chicago was born. Her first photos. Her first birthday. All of it. We've been there for the whole journey, even though we're just observers. There's also discussion about Chicago potentially following in Kim's footsteps. Becoming a reality star. A businesswoman. A social media influencer. She's already got the platform. Kim's Instagram reaches hundreds of millions of people. Any post featuring Chicago gets massive engagement. Brands would pay insane amounts of money to have Chicago promote products. But Kim has said she wants her kids to have choices. To pursue whatever makes them happy. So maybe Chicago will want the spotlight. Or maybe she'll want a totally different life. Private. Away from cameras. We won't know for years. But the foundation is there if she wants it. The birthday tributes also highlight how close the Kardashian-Jenner family is despite all their drama. Yes, they fight. Yes, they have issues. But when it comes to the kids, they show up. They celebrate. They support. Kris is clearly an incredible grandmother. She loves those kids fiercely. And Kim, despite everything she's dealing with, her divorce, her businesses, her own life, makes time to celebrate her daughter properly. That matters. Kids need to feel loved and seen. And Chicago clearly does. Some people criticize the Kardashians for sharing so much of their kids' lives online. For not giving them privacy. For using them for content. And those are valid concerns. There's definitely an ethical question about consent. Chicago didn't choose to be born into this family. She didn't choose to have her entire life documented. And as she gets older, she might resent it. Or she might embrace it. We don't know. But for now, the Kardashians seem to believe that sharing these moments is part of their brand. Part of their legacy. And millions of people engage with it. So they keep doing it. The Care Bear party, the emotional tributes, the never-before-seen photos. It's all very Kardashian. Extra. Sentimental. Perfectly curated but also genuinely heartfelt. Kim and Kris love Chicago. That much is clear. And they want the world to know it. They want to mark this milestone. 8 years old. A whole person with a personality and interests and a future ahead of her. And yeah, they want the engagement and the likes and the comments. But I do think the emotion is real. Time really does fly. Kids really do grow up too fast. And even if you're Kim Kardashian with all the money and fame in the world, you still feel that bittersweet ache when your baby turns 8. So happy birthday to Chicago West. Chi Chi, Kim's mini-me. The girl with the cartwheels and the laughs. 8 years old and already leaving her mark on the world just by being herself. Here's to 8 more years of growth and joy and hopefully a little bit of normalcy despite the chaos. And here's to Kim and Kris for being the kind of mom and grandma who show up. Who celebrate. Who love loudly. That's what kids need. And Chicago has it in spades. What do you think? Do you follow the Kardashians? Have you been watching Chicago grow up? And do you think it's okay for celebrities to share their kids' lives online, or should they keep it more private? Let me know in the comments. And subscribe because I'll keep covering Kardashian family moments. The wholesome ones and the messy ones. Because let's be real, this family gives us everything. See you next time.